Oh, it recorded?
Yep.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody. We're excited to see you on our team call today, September. Help me out, Allison. What is
17.
it? Thank you. We are excited that you're here. We have some good content we think we're excited about informing you on. But first, we always like to kick it off with celebrating recognition and all that good stuff. So here we go with, we're only midpoint of the month. And we've got Allison Schneider has 2 points. I have 2, and Jacqueline has 2. We have lots of 2s. Mickey has 2. Allison has 2. Mindy has 1, and Molly has 1. So congrats to all you ladies who have those points on the board. And we are going to talk a little bit about how this month has kind of been a lot like August. I don't know, a little slower to get moving.
Except for Molly, because Molly had like a busting it up crazy August, if you recall.
That's true. And actually, yeah. And
like 3 coaches, 20 points like craziness last month.
Very true, Molly. We need to all just kind of drink what you're drinking.
She doesn't
Shakeology.
Whatever shot you're adding to the Shakeology. So with that said, I am going to, hang on, I just lost my agenda.
It was just me. I'm just going to tell you guys, I had, if you're okay with that, Elaine.
Go for it.
Yeah, I guess I was feeling it as last week I was at 1 point, and this week I was only at 2 points. And I'm like, okay, it is the 17th. And I typically try to make a goal to hit Success Club by the middle of the month, but I have to remember not to get so caught up on the points and get so frustrated with that. So we were in the course of working on something for next week's call, and I came across this video by Melanie Mitro. And actually, I'm going to put it in the chat section. I'll put a link there for you guys. It is a, let's see if I can do that, enter. Okay, so it'll be there right now. I sent it to everybody. It's in the chat. If you go to the bottom of your screen, you can see the chat section, and I'll post it when I post the notes from our call. But it is all about having a slow August, and sometimes it runs into September, and what we can do now to build our momentum up so that this time at the end of the year, we're not fighting for the points or fighting to help as many people. Because basically what happens, and if this is your first year in Beachbody, you're going to see this happen. There's going to be a end of December. Now, granted, we have a new release of a product in December, so that's going to help. However, all those people in January are going to need a place to connect because of the New Year's resolution thing that they all want to do. And this seriously is the time, and people kind of get stuck on it. So I found this video. It covers a lot very fast, but she could say it so much better than I could. And it will help us hit our goal for this month and help us finish out the year so we're ready in January. It was just really good quality stuff. She's the top coach this year, I believe. Yeah. And I just love what she had to say. Like I said, she says it really fast. So take your time. It's only, I don't know, it's under 10 minutes long. It's not a long video at all. I want to say it's like 6 minutes. I peeked at it really quick. Definitely set some time aside tomorrow. Really look at it and write down those tips and start implementing them, because she's flipping rocking. And I think that's going to help us all with our little slow month. That's what we need to kind of gear up for. Some of you guys have already done some free groups, so you just need to do your follow-ups, and that's part of what she talks about. So That's what I got for you there, Missy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I haven't even listened to it yet, you guys, but I am so excited to, because I admit follow-ups are no surprise the thing I dread, probably because it's where I have to peel back the layers and stuff. So I have a very large crockpot challenge that will be wrapping up tomorrow. And so this is going to be timely for me. So I'm excited about that. Next on our agenda is something that I know a good bit of you that have either you're new coaches, that you are new coaches, or you've been adding new coaches, have been anxiously waiting for the new Coach Basic. And first thing I want to do is help you to understand why we kind of backtracked a little bit and yanked our plan to utilize Fabulous Force team page to get our training in front of you. We decided, kind of coinciding with the launch of Fabulous Force Coach Basics new training, that we would rather see what it would take to get it under our own team page. And I thought it would be a real easy process, but I found that it wasn't as easy as I'd hoped. But this morning, Allison and I were able to find a solution. And our priority was, instead of it being in a group format again, where, you're participating again in a group, we wanted it to be set up so that it could be more self-paced driven. For two, main reason is, one, I know when I had my aha moment and I moved from being a discount coach to wanting to pursue this and build this, I had like a lot of excitement and a lot of energy. And had I had to have to wait for training, I felt that would have been, kind of me spinning my wheels. So we thought, why not put this in front of you and you utilize that drive or whatever it is that gets you to the next step. I mean, some people definitely need a kick in the pants or maybe need a group, but we're hoping that having the self-paced opportunity gives you that, like on a rainy Saturday, you might sit back and say, I want to get a whole lesson module done. So we want to give you that opportunity. And I'm sure some of you saw today how there was a bunch of images shared in our team page. And that's because that's where the training is hiding, per se. This is our easiest way of loading it into a Facebook, page and making it available. So with that said, Allison, can you kind of help them understand how to access this?
Yeah, I'm just getting ready to show them that right now. Let me go back to just the discussion thing, and I'll put you on a screen share so that you guys can check that out and see how that's going to roll. When you are, here we are. When you are on our team page, this is basically what you're going to be seeing. And you want to look at photos. You can go to photos here, and you're going to see stuff that people have tagged on here, different posts that maybe you or another coach has made. But if you go to the album section, which is in the photos bar, you want to click on albums, and you're going to see this big welcome. Isn't that just beautiful? Just a little rainbow. I totally snagged that from Shannon because she's like a beast. And, but it's very welcoming. And you just are going to click on that. And basically at the top, it'll tell you, here's your training coaches. You want to lead your new coaches here. This is after you've kind of found out their why and you really realize they want to coach. They don't want to just get the discount maybe, or they just aren't sure what they want to get into yet, but they're interested in learning more so that they can do the best that they can with the business or whatever they decide. So once you've established that, then you can direct your coaches here. It's not something that we're going to constantly have running through our page feed. It may come up as people are posting stuff, but what we want to see happen is that as they click on it, they're going to see that that's day one, and you'll have your welcome, and you'll see the whole thing is listed there with what is in store and what they would need to do. Now, Molly and I have gone exactly through this set up this way, but on a one-day release thing. So it would just be one post a day. Mm-hmm. And what my coach had done, which is the same thing that everybody has access to, is from corporate. So she's implemented it and really kind of put it in a system that was easier to use, but she was still stuck in the group, as Elaine talked about. So this is going to enable us to all just go ahead and whip right through it as fast as we want to. So that's basically, I mean, all there is to it. You would just go through, and what our desire is as you do things or share things, that you want to tag your coach that sponsored you, or there needs to be, I guess, some way so that they know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Elaine, is there another way to better say that? Because I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense.
No, you're making sense. We're probably going to have to put in a document of some sort to explain this. But yeah, I mean, tagging your sponsored coach is going to help your sponsored coach to stay in touch with your progress, to answer questions as you go. And I know personally, as I have phone conversations with my coaches, that helps me to see where they're at, how they're doing with their training. So definitely just keep in mind on every assignment to finish that assignment by tagging, tagging Mindy. Chad, this would be for you. Tagging Mindy. Yeah, I got this one done. And you might have some comments for her there, or you might want to private message her after you say I'm done with it and send her some questions. But just to keep that conversation going with your personally sponsored coach.
And what I would add to that also is that since this is fairly newly released from corporate, we're kind of learning as we're going. We're putting it together. I have information up through almost 2 weeks. All the information is there, but it's not all ready to put out. So my goal is to make sure that I get as much of this done and have it completed by Monday. But the content itself will be right there and available. And I'm sure if we want the questions, so definitely make sure that you're reaching out and letting us know, because we want to make this as easy for all of us to follow, for all of us to point any of our coaches to. And Molly and I had even had a conversation about this before. Molly's not a brand new coach. She's been through Coach Basics before. Sometimes it's nice to go through because there'll be different people that go in there with you. You could have other insights from other people that, or different comments that might be listed there for you to really get a better feeling of what it's about. I really feel like, there's always new stuff coming out. So I don't think it is a bad idea for anybody to definitely check it out. Who's not all about, learning more? And that was what Molly's conversation was, even with, some of the other little diamond stuff that Elaine might mention later. There's been different groups that make themselves available to encourage us to do better. And if you're still always striving to grow and learn and do better, then plug yourself in. Don't drag your feet. It's sometimes great to get involved with the brand new coaches. They just have a different energy. When you bring new coaches on and you start them strong, their energy is so encouraging to you. Okay, I'm done. I'm just rambling, but that's my thought.
Yeah. And we're also going to have, in your Coach Online office, there is a participant guide, which is really just a short PDF. I don't know if we'll put these in the file, but you can access these in your Coach Online office. So I'd encourage you, for you that are on this call, to know that under training in your back office, you can find the participant guide to this, so that you can have better understanding of how it's laid out and what.
And I think, Elaine, I'm sorry to interrupt. I think I could probably put the link for that in the description of the album. That's
perfect. Yeah, put it there, because that's going to be.
I'm going to try that.
Cool. And one thing I want to add to this is the way we understand this new release of Coach Basics. It was generated by top coaches. They said what worked for their team, what didn't work, and as a kind of a compilation, corporate put together this new Coach Basics. So it's new to all of us as well, and I'm going to be looking forward to checking out the assignments, hopefully in front of even all my coaches finishing it, because I think it's always good to know what's being put before them, of course. So I encourage you to do the same. Lastly, with that, this is not just for people that have just signed on. I've been in communications with some coaches that have been on my team for years and talking to them about possibly committing to Drive to Diamond or re-engaging. And I think this is a perfect way for them to get back on board, get their feet wet again, because a lot has changed in 6 months, let alone 12 months, So keep that in mind if you are on one of our teams and you've been around for a while, and you might have some coaches that have been around for a while, you may want to invite them to this, okay? With that said, just know that like Allison said, the first week of these modules are available, and all the rest will be uploaded ASAP. So if you are a overachiever and you get this done before Monday, then you're going to just have to take a breather, because we've got we're hoping it'll be all complete early next week, that we have it all uploaded. Okay. All right. Do you have anything else you want to add about this, Allison?
No, I don't think so. There was something when I was flipping through here. I know what it was. Because I've already started this, honestly, I bring back to my conversation with Molly, because similar to what you said, before you put some training before your coaches, you kind of want to know what it is they're learning. And Molly had jumped in on Shannon's, and I was like, I want to know what she's going to be taking in, because I feel like it's my responsibility. I want to make sure, not that I doubted she was getting good information, but what information is she getting? You know what I'm saying? So that would just help me connect better with her. And one of my conversations with her this week was, there's a lot of information in here, people. I'm just telling you now. I think the idea of it being self-paced, because some days we have a super long day, like Wednesdays, I'm gone. If I work at school, I'm gone all day. I come home, I fix dinner, and I deliver kids to church, and I go to my own small group, and I go back to church, and then I come back home, and I haven't talked to my husband all day. So Wednesday, there was no showing up for me on Wednesday. So I think that the idea of being able to pace yourself is good, because like I said, the information is incredible, but some days it's going to be a lot of information. So just, keep that in mind, and don't get discouraged. Know that it's not a race, and you don't have to get it done in the 21 days that it's set aside as. I guess that's what I need to do. But
if you do, we're going to celebrate that.
Amen. We're going to celebrate it all, girl. Celebrate it all.
Celebrate it,
Yep. So nope, that's all I had on that.
Okay. And we hope that having it under our umbrella will help you and help you streamline. It's been my goal to kind of move away and really grow what we have here as a team. And I think it's high time. So with that said, I just wanted to add this also. If you're like me and you like to kind of decrease the amount of groups you participate in, especially within Beachbody, because I think it can get really confusing, do know this, that we are going to do our best to inform you of information by way of our Team Everyone Matters page. So if you've been added to Fabulous Force and you don't find that you're in there much, I'd encourage you just to leave the group, so there's less noise, less confusion, okay? Obviously, I can't make you do that, and I can't do it for you. You would have to physically do it. But I wanted to at least let you know that we're going to keep you informed, okay? And then lastly, many of you have been invited to, or at least, told about the Shut Up and Drive to Diamond group. And not to disclude anyone, some of our newer coaches may be like, huh? Obviously, that wouldn't be an ideal group to put you in. That would be overwhelming and intimidating, and that is certainly not what we want to do to you. But in that group, we are kicking it off with another training that we think would be beneficial to everybody, not just people in that group. And not only with regards to our business, but our life. And it is a Google Calendar training. So we wanted to let you know that that is what's going to come next Thursday. And if you have a way to keep track and schedule yourself and it's working, this might not be for you. But if you're always curious and looking for something that may be just a perfect fit, this might open your eyes to something. I know me personally, I'm going to give myself 60 days of committing to this, even though I'm a pen and paper girl. I really like, to write it down. But what I have to confess to is I have a lot of pads of paper and a lot of lists. And if I can find a way to schedule my time not just my time, but my family's time, and all of it in one place that I can access from my phone and my desktop, why would I not give it a try? So that is what we're going to be talking about next week. And I hope many of you will be here. I hope you'll invite your coaches and join us. So with that said, we actually kept it under 30 minutes. I'm excited about that. I want to encourage you to, like I said, invite your coaches to the new Coach Basics training. Good thing about the end of September that happens out west is it's the leadership retreat, and they're going to be talking about all the wonderful stuff that's going to be launched, this last quarter of the year, and what is talked about there will be brought to our attention in the next Super Saturday, which is October 17th, I do believe. Does anybody know that off the top of their head? I'm just going to grab my calendar because
I have it in my phone.
It's October 17th. So if you haven't already looked at the back office with regards to where Super Saturday meetings are held, please do. I know most of you on the phone right now, or on the call right now, are either local to myself, Allison, or Jacqueline has a place to go. But I encourage you to get there, because this one, different than the one following Summit, this one is going to be some hot off the press information we don't know anything about yet. And I imagine it's going to have to do with some things that are going to help us make our business stronger. It always is. And also with regards to the new program that everyone's excited about, which is Hammer and Chisel. Oh, there's a lot of things stirring, actually. I know you watch social media. 2 of the top trainers from Les Mills Pump have partnered with Beachbody. Joel Freeman and Jericho, she just got married. Anyway,
yeah, I don't know her last name now.
They even, I think it was Jeff Hill said on Monday, they'll be at the leadership retreat. So whatever they're working on as a team would probably, I forecast, will be our next program launch next year sometime. So that's exciting. There's another thing that was, if you check your emails and such, but Shakeology has a podcast now. How many of you, by a show of hands, saw that today? Did anyone listen to it yet?
I did.
Yeah? Worthy of our time?
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it.
Cool. Is it something you would advise sending a customer to? Or is it coach?
If they were already established as your customer, then yes, absolutely. Okay. Because they're going to want their Shakeology after they listen to that. So you definitely want them. It's only 6 minutes long. So excellent. You definitely want them aligned with you before you start sending it to them, because then they're just going to go buy it somewhere else, because he's going to tell you why. Because, and Stephanie Snyder said it this morning. It's one of those things where everybody has, I can go get my protein wherever. And he completely goes into incredible detail about why Shakeology is flipping way more than just protein. It's really great. I hope you all do definitely listen to it.
Good. Okay. Well, and if you don't know, you can access those in your podcast, iTunes, just search Shakeology and it'll eventually pop up. That's what happened to me this morning. Another thing I discovered today, and I saw this on the Beachbody, one of their channels, was Spotify. They have got, I don't know if anyone uses Spotify, but they have so many playlists that coincide with our programs. I don't know if they just launched this, but I put it to use today when I did, I didn't do Pump, I did Chalene Extreme, but I didn't want to hear the typical music. So I put on, it was an Autumn Calabrese 21 Day Fix mix. And it was hip hop. I loved it. So I say that because when I did Beast, what I hated most was that music. So I would be like, I got to find my own music. There is Beast hip hop, Beast rock. There's 3 different Beast style musics. So anyway, inform your clients about that. What a cool way to not get so sick and tired of the same old within your programs. Turn it on no music and have your music on a stereo behind you. It's pretty cool. That's about it. That's all the excitement I have. All righty.
I'm good. How are you guys? Good?
Who's gonna dive into Coach Basics? Anybody on this call?
I'm there, girl.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a
Yeah.
look at it.
Good.
Yay.
Good. All right. Well, it's always a treat to see your faces, even right before you go to bed. We hope you finish the week strong tomorrow and have a super weekend.
Getting my Spotify on.
Yeah, there it is. I know. I downloaded the app. I didn't have the app. We have it on our desktop.
Jocelyn has it. She uses it all the time.
Yeah, the kids do. The
I'm
kids
so old.
Oh, you guys, there's even chill stations. So like when you want to cool down and you don't want to do it to whatever Flow has on or the yoga, it's 21 Day Fix. I can't take their music anymore. So that kid,
Yeah.
God bless.
Last thing I was just going to say is very funny, but I forgot it.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. It was awesome too. Dang it. Oh well. You'll have to wait till next week. I can't remember what it was.
All right. Well, next week I know we'll be celebrating some higher numbers. I just believe it.
Reach.
Especially after they listen to Melanie Mitro, after they start the applying her steps. We know that's gonna happen. All right.
Yeah, I'm bummed. I can't remember. Cool. Love you guys. Glad you're here. Thanks for taking the time to hang.
Good night.
Good night.
Mwah.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Oh, I didn't take a picture.
Bye, Miss Lane.
Bye,
Look,
Jeff.
there's her fingers. Yeah, we'll do that real quick. I saw. Okay, Chad. This is. Oh, look, she comes in for the picture. Yeah, you got to put the hand up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's cute, Elaine. Ooh. Okay, gotcha. Bye, guys.
Was that Jeff?
I know what it was. I updated my phone. That's the only
There's
thing.
Jeffy.
Bye, Chad.
I got my iOS update. That was it.
I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Ciao.
Enjoy the sunshine for a couple more hours.
I will.
Bye, Miss Lane.
Bye, Josh. See you tomorrow night.
Miss Elaine.